everybody, I'm Paulie G. Welcome back to the Paulie G Show, coming to you live from high atop Mount Georgia. How are you? Always a pleasure to be back here with you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today I have a question for you. Are you bored of your chords? Are you tired and uninspired? So for me, sometimes I get in these ruts where I feel like I'm just playing the same things over and over and sticking to, familiar chords that, sound great to me. But I just feel like I'm repeating myself and not really growing, or expanding, the sounds that I'm making. So one way for me to, get out of that rut is to go to an open tuning. So today we're going to talk about open D tuning, which is not to be confused with drop D tuning, which is simply tuning your bass E string down to D, or maybe both your E strings down to D. But rather we're going to tune the whole guitar to an open D triad. So let's get right into it. What does that consist of? So from treble up, we're going to go to D from our E string. Our B string is going to go down to A. Our G string is going to go down a semitone or a half step down to F sharp. We're going to leave our D and our A alone. And then our bass string is going to go down to D. So again, we've got D, A, F sharp, D, A, D. So there's really only three notes. It's basically a D major triad, right? F sharp, A, and D, just repeating themselves with different octaves. So, but here's the thing about it is that one thing you have to do is take all of those chord shapes that you've spent a lifetime, memorizing, and put that on the shelf because those chord shapes will not work in an open tuning. At least the vast majority of them won't, So, you're going to have to set aside all that for a little while, but believe me, they'll be there when you get back. I promise you. You won't forget them. We're just going to put them away for a little while because we're going to, have some different shapes that we're going to make. So, it sounds, one of the things I noticed when I tune to open D is it brings out a lot of richness in the guitar. We're tuning it, to a lower bass register. So right off the bat, I feel like the guitar in a way almost sounds better. This one does certainly. So, I mean, that's just a beautiful sound right off the bat, but we're not going to just do that, right? We're here to, make songs and play chords and things. So, the easiest thing to do with any open tuning is you can bar stuff and just be, in a major chord anywhere on the fret. So, for example, I'm on the 7th fret, and that's an A major, and G would be on your 5th fret. That's an easy way to do things, but really not all that interesting. What I find interesting is most of the shapes that I make in this tuning really come down to 2 fingers most of the time. So, I just find I hunt around until I find chords that just really sound good to me. I don't necessarily know what they are, mathematically. I just know when I like the sound of them. And I know when I'm back and I've resolved back to the open D, and at the 12th fret, of course, we're going to be, at a open D again, right? So really, all the hunting and pecking that I do, a great example of that is that little intro that I played. Literally, I put that together in about 20 minutes of being in this tuning and just, hunting around and finding little patterns that sounded good to me, By the way, I am hereby copywriting that piece of material. I'm going to call that D construction. And So Mascot Music Publishing, BMI, that's mine now officially. So you can play it, but you can't have it. Okay, I'm sure you don't want it anyway. But anyway, those are, that's just something I came up with just to give you an example of how quickly you can play stuff that's just way out, out of the norm. And that's what I love about doing these. I can really explore new areas and come up with sounds that you're just not going to get in standard tuning. Do those chords exist in the stage? Sure they do. Where they are, I don't know. I just know they sound great in this tuning. So I don't want to give you a whole bunch of math and things on that because I'm not really that good of a teacher. But B, more importantly, I want to just to kind of inspire you to try the tuning and see what you find in hunting around. And I think you'll really surprise yourself in some of the beautiful chords and patterns that you can come up with as a change of pace. So, that's really all I can really offer on it, other than to also add that whenever I'm in an open tuning such as this, or open G, or open E, or what have you, it's always an opportunity to break out a slide. And I'm not a good slide player at all, but I always use the opportunity to play a little bit of slide because playing slide in standard tuning, yes, you can do it, but it's just not. It doesn't sound as good to me as it does when you play it in an open tuning. So. I'm not a good slide player. That was not a great piece of music, but I just wanted to show you that that's another thing that you can do while you're there. So a little bit of a bonus there. Hopefully you're a way better slide player than I am. But anyway, that's just another little bonus feature of being in an open tuning. So anyway, again, I just wanted to kind of inspire you to try this tuning and do a little bit of exploration. If you've got an extra guitar around, or if you're lucky enough to have more than one guitar, take one and tune to this and see what happens. Give it 20 minutes or a half an hour, and I think you'll find some real enjoyment in trying some new chords and new sounds. So that's about it for today. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I hope to see you very soon. The holidays are coming up. It's going to be a busy time for everybody. I've got some surgery coming up, so I may not be able to post any content for a little while. But as always, I really appreciate anytime anyone tunes in. So it means the world to me that you watch my videos. So thank you so much, and I'm wishing you and your family a very healthy and happy holiday season. And who knows, maybe in a couple weeks I'll be able to post some more fun stuff. I got a couple of really great ideas for stuff. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you try it. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. So until next time, this is Paulie G reminding you that when it comes to guitars, don't be afraid to experiment with different tunings. See you next time.